You may wake up to a warm, sunny day. However, as hours go by, the temperature may drop. Fluffy clouds appear in the western sky. So, in this cloud may soon become overhead and grow by day. So, the question is, why does the weather suddenly change? So, do you want to know more about weather? Come and join us. Let's study more about weather disturbances in this atmospheric science.
I am Mayan Corpus Gitang.
And I'm Kyra Marie po.
I'm Rosemary Bicabansag, and we the presenter for today. So before we begin, let's know our learning objectives for today. First is to identify the various weather disturbances in the atmosphere. Secondly is to differentiate each weather disturbances. Then thirdly is to explain the weather disturbances and their effects on the environment.
What is a weather disturbance? A weather disturbance is a general term that describes any pulse of energy moving through the atmosphere. They are important in that they can act as a focusing mechanism for storm formation or even to intensify low pressure system. They are typically mid or upper atmospheric through of low pressure that are embedded in the general wind flow of the atmosphere. A weather disturbances is a term used to describe a change in atmosphere condition or weather patterns.
So did you know every year in the Philippines is hit by typhoons? No part of the country is spared. All provinces have been visited by a typhoon at one time or another. So in recent years, the Philippines have been overwhelmed by powerful tropical cyclones. Who could forget the terrible flood brought by Tropical Storm Ondoy in 2009? So are the people swept out to sea during Tropical Storm Sandong in 2011? So according to the Philippine Atmospheric, Geophysical and Astronomical Services Administration or PAG-ASA, about 20 tropical cyclones enter the Philippines area of responsibility each year. So we have to know knowledgeable about tropical cyclones if we want to prevent the loss of more lives. Remember that weather is affected by air masses that move around an area. An air mass is large amount of air that has similar temperature and humidity throughout. Just like example, an air mass may form over warm ocean water. Now the air mass will be warm and humid. So another air mass may form over cold land. It will be cool and dry. Towering clouds like this could indicate that the storm is coming. It is sunny above the clouds but it is dark below. So weather changes when one air mass moves over a cold air mass. So we could see cirrus clouds from higher up and then stratus clouds from closer to the ground. So during storms, lightning also flashes. You hear thunder nearby. Now, rain begins to pour heavily enough to flood the street. And this is a thunderstorm. A thunderstorm is a rainstorm with thunder and lightning. But do you know what causes this thunderstorm? So a thunderstorm is a violent weather disturbance. This is always associated with lightning, thunder, dense cloud, heavy rain or hail. Strong gusty wind are also experienced during thunderstorm. A tornado is a spinning clouds shaped like a funnel winds up to 480 kilometers to 299 miles per hour. The tornado is an example of cyclone. A cyclone is a storm with low pressure at its center and spinning winds. So tropical depression, tropical storm, typhoon, and super typhoon are categories of tropical cyclones. So, in simple terms, a tropical cyclone is a system of thunderstorms that are moving around a center. As winds intensify or weaken, the category is upgraded or downgraded accordingly. The tropical depression may form when a low-pressure area is accompanied by thunderstorms that produce circular wind flow with central winds around 61 km per hour, depending on the scale used in the various regions of the Earth. While tropical storm has stronger sustained winds of 62 to 117 km per hour. It is also as defined surface circulation and a distinctive shape of a cyclone starting to develop, but without the presence of an eye. Typhoons and hurricanes wind speed are more than 120 km per hour, accompanied by strong winds, rain, hail, and storm surges. Tropical storms develop in a humid place where there is a warm body of water. It draws its energy from the waters and maintains its strength as long as it is over water. The term typhoon is used only in the northwestern part of the Pacific Ocean, in the northeastern part of the Pacific Ocean, and in the northern part of the Atlantic Ocean. The equivalent term is hurricane. Thus, a hurricane on one side of the Pacific Ocean will be called a typhoon if it crosses into the other side.
Monsoon. A monsoon is a continuous shift in prevailing wind direction. These seasonal changes can bring about heavy rainfall and harsh weather. Our country experiences two monsoons, the northeast monsoon or hanging amihan and the southeast monsoon or hanging habagat.
So the last one is the Intertropical Convergence Zone or ITCZ. It's a region around the equator where trade winds from north and south hemispheres converge. So let's proceed now.
The effect of weather disturbances. Weather disturbances affect our lives as it causes great damage to our environment and to life. Common weather disturbances are storms, cyclones, typhoons, these calamities which destroy everything in its path. It causes flood that damages our sources of incomes and foods, resulting to scarcity of foods.
What are the causes of weather disturbance? The weather disturbance may result due to heavy rainfall, extreme hot, extreme cold, and dry atmosphere. The knowledge of weather disturbance is required to save the life, property, and living environment to some extent. The knowledge of weather disturbance is required for preparedness of weather hazard.
This is for today.